Alright, so we finally have a new boss, and it's our boy Maguu Genki, or however the fuck you pronounce his name. And I'm actually pretty glad because it's not another hypostasis, it's not another little Regisfine, it's just straight up a new boss. And I'm actually pretty excited because he seems to be pretty different compared to any other thing, and actually relies not only on visual cues but actually audio cues, because sometimes you really actually won't be facing him, so you kind of need to know where you need to dash. So the reason why we have Kaya with us today is because don't forget that in this game you have unit variability as to how far you can dash. For example, Lumine is shorter than Aether, so Aether by design actually sprints further than Lumine does. And same thing goes with Kaya versus, like, say, any of the tall females. So let's just look at Lumine here. We have her set up here at the rock. If we just press dash, she stops at the very tip of this rock. But if we do the same thing with Kaya, and you dash, you end up much more further compared to Lumine, which was over here. So in terms of using Kaya for this fight, he's actually able to apply cryo and also to dash whenever need be, because there are a bunch of ranged attacks and also attacks that you need to get out of dodge with, because 360 attacks are a thing where they suck you in and maybe bait you back, making you think that you're in the clear, but actually doing an extra slice. I don't know if it will trigger this fight or not, but we will see. So the majority of the damage comes from Traveler and Noelle. Amber is here just in case if you want to use the Fiery Rain or Baron Bunny, but Baron Bunny actually does not work on the boss. However, those that have the Baron Bunny builds, you're more than inclined to do so, because that shit is so fun to do. So for the majority of this fight, we'll be using Lynette, or Lumine, sorry, and Noelle. Let's go at my builds. We have Festering Desire. You can use any sword really, but the majority of your damage will come from Traveler. Artifacts are 4-piece and Oblige. Again, it doesn't really matter, but I like to build my units this way because I don't like Elemental Mastery builds. Constellation 6, at this point, the majority of people should have if you've been playing the game for long enough. You get it for free, buy in the shop, or play the story quests. You'll get C6. Talents are leveled minus the Rock Blade, but that's not where the damage comes from this game, or this boss fight. Amber is built with Sharpshooter's Oath and 4-piece Wanderer's Troop. However, again, I won't be using her that much this fight. Constellation 2, all talents are max. Same thing with Noelle, Constellation 6. But again, we're not using her much this fight. If you do want to, though, build her, obviously, with proper artifacts and proper weapons. And of course, Kaya is here, not built at all. However, he does have the one thing we need, which is this. So in that case, the main keyword for this fight is keeping your distance, but not keeping yourself too far, because he can go all out crazy when he like shadow jumps on you, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. So depending on how you start the fight, you can either end up with two ways. One, when he pushes the mask on you, or if you just straight up dash towards you with the sword. Okay. Make sure to double dash out of that because it's actually pretty deceptive. Sometimes you think you're out of the range, but then you're not, and then you get cryo applied to you.
Starball!
If you just heard that right now, he does that little charge up, and then a massive glint, and then a shing noise, and he'll charge at you. This fight is completely dodgeable and all that stuff, but you just want to be careful with that, because if you dodge too early, or dodge too late, just like the Andrius fight fucks you up, and it applies crowd at you. So think of it as a harder Andrius fight, if anything. So what you want to do is walk around, and when he pushes the mask towards you, it's kind of the easiest damage phase. Just go toward him and just fight. Same thing again. If you want,
I must let it rain. I'll race you there.
free damage phase. Again, dash out of the way, because that will definitely screw your day up.
What's the hurry?
You want to keep a distance from there, because if you're too close, you actually cannot dodge out of that and will get at least hit once, but if you're under-leveled, you might get actually hit. Oh, careful, yep. This is like the biggest attack, but it's easiest to dodge out of if you see it coming. So basically just be patient with this fight. You can always, you know, abuse invincibility frames and all that stuff.
What's the hurry?
But you just want to be careful, as getting too greedy will punish you.
Leave it all to me.
And if you want, for extra security, always have a sword ready. Or not a sword, but a shield ready. And just keep at it.
Starball!
What's the hurry?
Drop!
This is like the easiest part to dodge. Maybe even apply crowded if you want.
I must leave no stone.
That is a 360 thing that I was talking about in the beginning of the fight. So that's why you want to keep your distance.
Freeze!
Keep running. That guy will fuck you up. Applying crowd to the guy actually makes it pretty easy, because his movements are obviously slowed down, just like if you were applied with cryo.
No one escapes my sights.
So just keeping your distance like this is just kind of like the best way to fight, in case if you aren't like already proficient in, say, invincibility frame fighting. It's actually pretty simple.
Starball!
Keep your distance and just kind of walk in circles around him.
Drop! Ha!
Freeze!
Oh,
Don't push your luck.
see? He actually baited me there. He teleported away from me and went behind me, and I got stuck on my own rocks. So that was actually a slip up by me. I did not actually read that situation correctly. And that's kind of like one of the hardest ones to dodge in my opinion, because I'm a fucking blind person, okay? But anyway, that was the third time I actually beat it, as I spent the last 30 minutes trying to train for this fight, and I think it actually went pretty well. If you are a person that's pretty proficient in dodging with invincibility frames, or perhaps you have really good shield units, like for example, the first time I beat him, I just decided to beat him for the Prima Gems, so this is the setup that I used. Very easy, tank the damage sort of thing, and just kind of do some basic dodging out of dodge, and you're good to go. But for the sake of this video, because obviously people are still looking to fight this boss, and perhaps I can see a lot of people getting knocked. I almost got knocked myself. So in terms of just fighting the boss and being patient with it, I think that's the best way to go. With Kaya, helps you sprint. Noelle is there for a get out of jail free card with this. Amber is there in case if you want to also get out of the jail card with timing a burst correctly, and or applying pyro at range, because that is the only person that can do that right now. Yoimiya is going to be the next one, but again, not everyone will be able to pull Yoimiya, because again, Amber is free, and Yoimiya I highly doubt will power creep, because judging from the kits that are leaked, she doesn't take over all the roles that Amber does. And of course, Traveler is free. Everyone here is free to play friendly, and I just want to make sure that people that aren't the best, you know, don't have the best luck with characters, have a way to fight this boss. And that's kind of it. So again, that's basically all the gear you need. And yeah, I think you're good. Good luck, everyone.